guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming at you totally barefaced in my cozy sweater because today's video is a little bit more personal, quite a bit more personal. I wanted to take the 16 personalities test online, which is pretty easy to find. If you just Google that, you'll find it. Apparently there is 16 different personality traits walking amongst us. They're kind of just like categorized because of the way that they react to things. It really is just the most interesting test that I've ever seen on the internet, so let's just jump into it because it's probably going to take us a minute to get through. So I have it open here. As you can see, these are all just the little personality dudes. It says, take our personality test and get a freakishly accurate description of who you are and why you do the things you do. So let's just mosey on in here and take the test. Takes less than 12 minutes. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer, and try not to leave any of the neutral answers, which is the ones here in the middle. Well, let's get going. You find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. Yes. You often get so lost in thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. Sometimes. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and can't stand a messy inbox. I got some messy inboxes. You find it easy to stay relaxed and focused even when there's some pressure. Sometimes. You do not initiate conversations, usually. Yeah. You rarely do something out of sheer curiosity. Rarely? I rarely do something out of sheer curiosity. You feel superior to other people. Not often. Being organized is more important than being adaptable. Yeah. You are usually high motivated and energetic. Not unless I've had a lot of coffee. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. Yeah. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people all the time. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. I try. You do not mind being the center of attention. Freaks me out. You consider yourself more practical than creative. Not really. People can rarely upset you. Yeah, all the time they do. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. Not really. Kind of like to go with the flow. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. Super disagree. I am one of those like empaths. Your mood can change very quickly. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. That one's hard, but I don't know, I'm kind of like in the middle, but I'll go like a little, like I said, I'm an empath, so I really care about when people get upset. You would rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. Nope. Your work style is closer to random spikes than to methodical and organized approach. Yeah. Well, lately I've been trying a little harder to have some sort of organized approach, so. You are often envious of others. I try not to be, but I am. An interesting book or video game is often better than a social event. Sometimes. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. Yeah. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. Sometimes. You often find yourself lost in thought when you are walking in nature. Yeah. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying that you said something wrong. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart. You do not let other people influence your actions. Right now. Your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events.
Just on the table for you out here.
Thank you! Your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events. I'm in the middle. It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. Takes a bit. You're more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You enjoy going on social events that involve dress-up or role-play activities. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Yeah. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan, most of the time. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person. Not lately. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. Yeah. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. All the time. Logic is usually more important than the heart when it comes to making important decisions. Keeping your opinions open, options open, is more important than having a to-do list. No, I need my lists. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. I'm right in the middle, I do both. You rarely feel insecure. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. Nah, that's hard. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. Nope. I like to cooperate. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. I like facts. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. Sometimes. You frequently misplace your things. You see yourself as very emotionally stable. No. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Yes. You would not consider yourself a dreamer. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. That's why I do this, because I can just talk to this camera here. And not like 30,000 people. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. This one's hard. More on my experience. Yes. You worry too much about what other people think. No. I'm like on the don't give a fuck scale. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center. Sometimes. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there's not enough time to do everything. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. You believe it's more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. You've always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things like books, art, or movies. Couldn't smash that harder. You often take initiative in social situations. Not a whole lot. Let's see what's gonna happen. Meditator. No one can stop me from dreaming. Okay, more introverted. Certainly true. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see what this means. Meditator personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good, even in the worst of people and events, searching for ways to make things better. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or shy, meditators have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising of 4% of the population, the risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high. But when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony they feel may be a fountain of joy and inspiration. Yeah. Being part of the diplomat role group, meditators are guided by their principles rather than logic. Excitement, practicality. When deciding how to move forward, they will look to honor, beauty, mortality, and virtue. Meditators are led by the purity of their intent, not rewards or punishments. People who share the meditator personality type are proud of this quality, and rightfully so, but not everyone understands the drive behind these feelings, and it can lead to isolation. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. At their best, these qualities enable meditators to communicate deeply with others, easily speaking in metaphors and parables and understanding and creating symbols to share their ideas. Fantasy worlds, in particular, fascinate meditators more than any other personality type. The strength of their visionary communication style lends itself well to creative works, and it comes to no surprise that many famous meditators are poets, writers, and actors. Understanding themselves at their place in the world is important to meditators, and they explore these ideas by projecting themselves onto their work. Meditators have talent for self-expression, revealing their beauty and their secrets through metaphors and fictional characters. Wow, that's interesting. Listen to many people, but talk to few. Unlike their extroverted cousins, meditators will focus attention on just a few people, a single worthy cause. Spread too thinly, they'll run out of energy and become dejected and overwhelmed by all the bad in the world that they can't fix. If they are not careful, meditators can lose themselves in their quest for good and neglect the day-to-day upkeep that life demands. Meditators often drift into deep thought, enjoying contemplating the hypothetical and the philosophical more than any other personality type. Left unchecked, meditators might start to lose touch, withdrawing into hermit mode. And it can take a great deal of energy from their friends or partner to bring them back to the real world. Luckily, the flowers in spring, meditators' affection, creativity, altruism, and idealism will always come back, rewarding them and those they love, perhaps not with logic and utility, but with a worldview that inspires compassion, kindness, and beauty wherever they go. Well, look at that. Okay, cool. Let's do strengths and weaknesses quick. So, strengths. Idealistic. Meditators' friends and loved ones come to admire and depend on them for their optimism. Their unshaken belief that all people are inherently good, perhaps misunderstood, lends itself to the incredibly resilient attitude in the face of hardship. Seek value and harmony. People with the meditator personality type have no interest in having power over others and don't much care for domineering attitudes at all. They prefer a more democratic approach and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard. Open-minded and flexible, live and let live attitude. They dislike being constrained by rules. Meditators give the benefit of the doubt, and as long as their principles and ideals are not being challenged, they'll support others' right to do whatever they think is right. Dang, that's some accurate stuff right there. Whew. Creative. Meditators combine their visionary nature with open-mindedness to allow them to see things from unconventional perspectives. Whew. What the heck? How do you know me so well? Passionate and energetic. When something captures the imagination and speaks to their beliefs, they go all in, dedicating their time, energy, and thoughts and emotions to the project. The shyness keeps them from the podium, but they are the first to lend a helping hand where it's needed. I suppose that's true, other than this part, because I have this great internet podium that I like to stand on every now and again. Dedicated and hardworking. That's fucking so true. Woo! Uh-oh. Weaknesses? Too idealistic. Taking the idealism too far, setting myself up for disappointment again and again. Evil things happening in the world. Ugh. This is true on a personal level too. Meditators may not just idealize their partners, but idolizing them, forgetting that no one is perfect. Yep. Altruistic meditators sometimes see themselves as selfish, but only because they want to give so much more than they are able to. Who made this? This becomes self-fulfilling prophecy as they try to push themselves to commit a chosen cause or person, forgetting to take care of the needs of others in their lives, and especially themselves. Impractical? That's so true. When something captures a meditator's imagination, they can neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures. Sometimes people with the meditator personality type will take this, how do you say that word? So far as to neglect eating and drinking as they pursue their passion or cause. Yeah, that's true. Dislike dealing with data. So focused on the big picture that they forget the forest is made of individual trees. Meditators are in tune with emotions and mortality, and when the facts and data contradict their ideals, it can be a real challenge. Yeah, and then I just changed my ideals. We take things personally. Oh, yes. Take challenges and criticism personally, rather than inspiration to reassess their positions. Avoiding conflict as much as possible, they will put a great deal of time and energy into aligning their principles and the criticism to a middle ground that satisfies everybody. Yep. Difficult to get to know. They're private, reserved, self-conscious. That's wrong. Not so private, not so reserved. Sometimes self-conscious. This makes them notoriously difficult to get to know. You know, I don't think that's true. My camera died, and I have no idea at what point in that video, so I did get discouraged, and I was like, screw this video idea, it's stupid anyways, I'm just gonna scrap it. But I think I'm just gonna like call it quits there. If you want to read into my personality type a little bit more, I'm sure there's stuff on the internet that you can Google. You kind of saw the original results, which is INFP-T. So that's me. If you're curious for the rest, which I'm not going to delve into, look it up. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm very curious to see what you guys got. Let me know what your personality type is and if you guys thought it was accurate or not. So interested to hear your guys' results, and till the next video, I will talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Colors, as you can tell, there's something for everyone in here, but it's just when you sit down with it, you just kind of feel like you need to do something important because it's bold as all hell. So I do know a lot of people do get really